Hey, Kaz.
Hello, sweetheart. You've got a bit of a scratchy voice by
Hey,
the sounds of it.
guys. Hey, Coach Karen. What's out there, Junie? Cat Eyes. Lady Stardust. Hey, Poppy. Hey, Poppy from Phoenix, Arizona. Hey, Nay. London girl. We'll start in a minute
Your voice sounds a bit scratchy, darling.
because I'm getting my Demi Moore voice back.
Oh, okay.
I think it's because I'm going to admit to what I did today. I got the new generator,
Mm-hmm.
even though the power is going to be on Monday, thank God. But I had just put like 4 gallons of gas, hey London girl, into the old generator, and then that day the new one came. So I
Yep.
decided to siphon out the gas using an air hose for a fish bubble. The little air stone goes in the fishing tube to make the bubbles in the tank. Well, I just kind of sucked a little gas out, and next thing I know, I think I swallowed a little bit of gas.
Oh my goodness.
So if I'm a little strange tonight, I'm a little stoned on gasoline.
Oh ma.
So Poppy is from Phoenix, Arizona. Tell you what, guys, we're going to get into a few details. Unfortunately, we're going to have to stay minimal on some details because these are details that the police have not even released, and we have to be very respectful of what is going on.
Absolutely.
After our last live, we got emails from people that are very that are definitely family members on both sides. So we can't mention names. I'm not going to put anyone's names out there, but did we find out some interesting new information on Michelle Ellie Berbstein-Schultz or
Oh boy.
Danielle Shelley um, Ellie?
Whatever she wants to go by.
Okay, so we I made notes, but I can't even read my own notes.
Good job, I know some.
So let's start with the questions that we were talking about the other night, the questions that we wanted answer. One of the questions were about the $500, which we have not gotten answer to that yet, but we're working on it. Another question that we had was the phone call. Remember, we all wanted to know when
Yep.
Michelle went missing, did her boyfriend call her sister and her mom, or did the mom and the sister call the boyfriend? Well, it
Correct.
was verified that Rob called her parents
Called
asking
her
what
mum.
happened to
Yep.
Michelle.
But Michelle had gone, disappeared.
Yeah, so she made look at Cat Eyes laughing at me because okay. You know what? Honestly, guys, I didn't have any beer in the house, and I'm not even a drinker. And I thought, you know what the hell? I'm gonna go do a shot of gasoline and see if I can't get a buzz going on.
Oh, you tell such stories, Ma.
I am never sucking anything through a hose again. Like even my lips felt like they were. Yeah, it
On
was a weird
fire.
feeling for a while. Exactly, Cat Eyes. That's what I told Kaz. I'm like, I've got 4 gallons at almost $6 a gallon in here. I am not storing it for the winter. I am sucking this out.
Oh, crikey.
So, Kaz, I don't want to screw it up because you know me. Tell, let's talk about the first phone call that we received and explain who this woman was without.
Well, the first phone call that we received was somebody who's worked with Michelle for quite a while. And she opened our eyes initially to who she portrayed herself to, this
Yes,
woman.
Coach Karen.
Yeah. So Michelle seems to portray herself to different people different ways, which is very confusing to keep a track of. There seems to be many facets to Michelle.
There's
She may
many
be one.
layers. to
Yeah,
Michelle.
yeah. She's one way to one person, and she tells a story of her life to one person, and then to another person, she's a totally different name or a different personality to another person. So it's very difficult to collaborate. Who is Michelle Bernstein
See,
Schultz?
like an example, when she was with her first husband, she went by like I think Daniela or Shelley or one
Yeah,
of these names. So the people that were in her life before she met her boyfriend now, who she's been with for about a year. Remember this, guy? She's been with him for about a year.
yeah,
And now she goes by Ellie. So it seems like the friends tell us and family members say that whenever she gets into a new relationship, it's almost like she changes her identity.
yeah, sort of, yeah. Or a personality to fit the identity that she wants this person to fall in love with.
Absolutely. We got and another phone. Okay, so I'm going to talk about this phone call that we got. So after the last live, we got a phone call from a family member on. I'm not going to even tell you on one of her children's father's side, and the the Munchausen and the Munchausen by proxy is absolutely true.
Correct.
She, I mean, the things that she did, like with the child and the I mean, the Make a Wish foundations, you know, it went to the point where this poor child was on a feeding tube and he didn't even need one. And I mean, she really, you can't make this up, Kaz. What else was she telling us about the fact of,
Well, when and the fact that she told people that she gave up her children wasn't true. She was actually had the children taken off her. And when the youngest child was taken away and he ended up in foster care, pretty much all of his ailments
well, they don't
dis-
know about they didn't know about that. So you've got to kind of go into a little detail
all right,
about
all right,
how
he,
long this child was away because of this
all
woman
right,
right here.
all right. He was in foster care for a year and a half, and during that period of time, he had so many ailments. According when he went in there, he was an epileptic. He couldn't eat foods. As Ma said, he had to have a feeding tube. He had so many ailments. This poor child was virtually. The family was told he would not live to a teenage
The
years.
family was convinced that this
Yeah,
little boy was going to die, so they went out to the Make a Wish Foundation and they went on a big Disney cruise.
mm. It was really sad. And then when he was in the foster care system, um, the medical help started looking at his ailments, and they found that he didn't have epilepsy and he didn't require a feeding tube and he didn't need all this medication. And
And today he's a healthy boy getting over some problems with the other emotional situations, but no feeding tubes, no medications, no seizures, and nothing of the kind.
yeah, and he's apart from the emotional problems that he is experiencing, and it will take some time for that to heal. He's doing really good, and we've been told he's doing really good,
He's
which
got a
is
great
awesome.
father.
Yeah, and
He's got a great family.
which
It
is a
is
blessing.
disgusting to me. Oh wait, this is we're only scratching the surface. This wait, we we got some serious stuff to tell you guys.
Yeah, and as you may or may not recall, we showed a picture of Michelle with the dog.
No, no, don't
And
go there yet. No, 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 no,
okay,
no.
all right,
Finish
we'll
with
go there.
everything that we want to tell about that side with everything that she said. I mean, she said a lot.
Sorry.
She said a
Well,
lot. She
she,
said that at one time that I mean, I know of four cancers that Michelle has claimed that she's had. She claimed that she had a brain tumor, to the
Mhm.
point where if anything needed to be done, like laundry or clean or do this or take, she would all of a sudden go into a seizure.
Correct.
She had stomach cancer, she had brain cancer, and she had ovarian cancer.
Correct. Now, with the brain cancer, as everybody knows, she said she went into hospital and had brain surgery. And this is
Yes.
how crazy this is.
Oh, I can't. Oh, I can't wait to tell the other story about the. Oh, I can't wait to tell them. Okay, go ahead, Cass. Oh, that's my story to tell. Oh
All right.
gosh.
She went in to have brain surgery, and this is how silly she must think people are. She went in to have brain surgery, and 2 days later, she's out and about with no scar, no scar on her head, but she had brain surgery. I mean, even if she had laparoscopy type brain surgery on her head, there would have been a scar because they have to cut your scalp, take a small bone particle off your scalp to get into your brain. There's no
Yes.
other way of getting into your brain except
Yes.
through your nasal cavity. That's the only other way they can get in.
2 days later, she's out looking good, feeling good, dancing around, hanging out. Yes, Nay, the child. The child was put there because she ended up taking, I think, his name off of the. It was a mess. I don't even, we're not even going to get into that. That's personal. And yes, the child is back with his biological father, and he is doing wonderful. And he's never had a sick day since Mama went away.
Mm. Yeah, it is like a D. D. Blanchard case, Coach Karen, unfortunately.
So, is there anything else that she told us that we want to share? I'm trying. I mean, there's so much.
There's so much. I mean, do you want to talk about the hair part,
Oh,
or
I'm
would you
going
like
there
me?
next. No,
Or
next
you
we're
go.
going.
All right, you talk about the hair
But I'm
then.
trying to think. Did the other lady that we spoke to, the one that we're talking about now, what else did she tell us?
Well, she didn't tell us about the supposed brain surgery. Um,
Yes,
she mainly spoke about how she told one co-worker about she had ovarian cancer, and she told her she had brain cancer.
and
So
then there's a stomach cancer now,
yeah, and there's the stomach cancer episode now. But
and
like I
a
said
brain
before,
tumor.
it depended on whom she was talking to and who she was interacting with to the story that she told to these co-workers.
She was telling. Hey, Leisha, I hope you're doing well. She was telling so many people different stories that she couldn't bring these people together. And I'm telling you, that is the reason why she only got dropped off at work. So that's basically the first phone call that comes from somebody who is like we went and did a little back work to make sure she said who she said she was. And when I tell you this was a close family member, this was a very close family member.
Mm.
Then we get a phone call from one of Rob's family members, the boyfriend. Oh yes, we did. And Rob, if you're listening, hello. Didn't he? We were told that he did watch our last live.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I want to say this to where I do not, I don't want to make any. Okay, so we get a phone call from his side of the family, and we did find out that that was his apartment, and she moved in that apartment with him.
Correct.
Supposedly, the apartment that she was living in prior, the second husband moved out. She was still there, and she got evicted. So now she moves in with her boyfriend. And we all know that he has two of his own children.
Mm-hmm.
We also found out that Michelle is not allowed to visit her children unless she goes on supervised visitations. And she just missed the court date that was coming up for the kids' court date. She didn't even go.
Correct.
She missed it.
Yeah.
So we hear, and I'll let Kaz tell you about the dog, but I'm going to tell you about something else. So the day that she went missing, we know for a fact that the boyfriend called the mother. We
Mm-hmm.
also know for a fact that while one of his children were going there and staying and visiting, and Michelle was playing the stepmom, this clarified everything I needed to hear. They actually watched Michelle shave off her hair and her eyebrows with a hair shaver, right?
Yep.
Is that not what they said? That she shaved off her hair? And here's the other thing, though. Taz, tell them what would happen 2 days after she shaved her hair going through chemo.
Okay. I don't know if you know about chemo, but when you are going through chemo, your hair does fall out. And it falls out because the hair follicles in your head actually die. So the patch on your scalp becomes like it's very shiny. There's no hair follicles actually there anymore. So it can't grow back until much later once the chemo is finished. So no hair will grow back. It's a bald patch. Hence, a lot of women go and get the head shaved and they go and have a special wig put on. But with Michelle, she had to constantly keep shaving her head because her head kept growing back. Hair kept growing back. And I'm sorry they did.
Every 2 days, she was shaving her hair because it was growing back, supposedly going through chemo. Now, like again, I've been cutting hair for 33 years and I've taken a lot of clients' hairs off with a clipper because it was falling off at the root with the follicles still attached to it.
Mm-hmm.
They've never called me in 2 days and say, "Hey, Mara, my hair grew back. Can you shave it again for me?" That ridiculous.
Yeah.
Another rumor was, and this came from a friend of a friend of a friend, that supposedly one of his children was afraid of her to the point where she was not even going to visit her father as much if she was there.
Yeah.
You want to touch on that or?
Well, there's not much more you can really say. That the child was scared to be left
Yes.
alone with Michelle.
And
that
the
says a lot.
child, and I asked the child in the background, because the child was in the background and she's an older child, if Michelle acted different with the three of them, or when she and Michelle were alone, and she said, "Yeah." I mean, basically, what she said was almost like heckle and jive. That she was like so sweet and nice, and then when she was alone, she was like that evil stepmother.
Mm.
Is that what you were kind of explaining, or
Pretty
I
much.
forget
Yeah.
exactly what she said?
Yeah.
Like evil, mean, or
She felt
something.
uncomfortable and she didn't like it at all.
Okay, and then I'm gonna tell you guys we're gonna two more parts, and then if you guys want to ask questions, if Coach wants to come up and tell us, hey, Elisa Casada, about her tour she's gonna go on, we know for a fact that the neighbor has a ring door cam. For a
Yeah.
fact, we
Yeah.
also know that the footage has been pulled from the same detective that we got a hold of that she has still never called me back.
Yeah.
Detective Mogul is the one running the case.
Correct.
So they did get the ring footage.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing is I was concerned about the reason I might have kind of been not flip flopping, but thinking something was off, considering how long she's been gone. So, Kaz, why don't you go ahead and talk about the dog and why we are no longer concerned about her leaving the dog behind?
Yeah. Well, as you know, the other night, I thought she was a dog lover. The way she was
No, nay.
portraying herself. Um,
Excuse me one sec, Kaz.
sure.
Oh my goodness, do we think she committed suicide or she may be left trying to get attention but something went wrong? No.
No.
After Kaz explains this and we talk about another detail that we're not allowed to say what it is, but another big detail in this case, I'm going to tell you not where physically the address of the person, but
Yeah.
I'm telling Kaz, I am convinced that I know exactly where she is.
Yeah. Yeah. The dog in the picture.
And what's the
Uh,
dog's name?
the dog's name is Ava.
Couldn't believe you
Uh,
remembered the dog's name. I was yelling at her today. I'm like, you remembered the dog's name?
of
What?
course, I'm a
I
dog
was like,
lover, Ma.
I know me too, but I'm trying to freehand everything that was being said. And today I'm like, the dog's name. You're like, Ava. I'm like, what?
Ava's cute. Yeah.
The
Well,
dog's name
Ava.
is Ava.
Yeah. Well, Ava was bought. as supposed to be a support dog for Michelle, but the dog was getting
Wait a
more.
second. Yeah, this is gonna, guys. Kaz is gonna say something that might piss a few people off. So, but this is just gonna give you a basic of a personality that this girl has.
Yeah, um, Ava was gotten to be a support dog for Michelle because of what she was supposedly going through. And Ava spent 99.9% of her time in a kennel unless Rob walked her, and it was only Rob who walked her. And if Ava didn't do what Michelle wanted to do, it was witnessed Michelle kicking the kennel, which, as far as I'm concerned, that is a big no-no.
If
I
Ava would
mean,
act up in the kennel or anything, she would literally walk by and literally kick the kennel with the dog in it. Who in God's name does that? Hey, Justice Janny. Yeah, she's
I
got some
mean that.
serious little anger issues built up in her couple of personalities.
Mm, I mean that did it for me. I mean that just tells me the type of person she is
Yeah. So we
right off
know
the
the
bat.
fact that Ava was in love with the boyfriend, and she had no issues leaving Ava behind because obviously she didn't like the dog too much if she's going to kick the kennel while the dog's in it. Like, just to scare an
Exactly.
animal, like, who does that?
Yeah, no, pretty much. She's got a service dog for attention. I mean,
Yeah, Nay, this chick has got I wish when we hang up the phone when we get off the live tonight, I'm calling back over to the police department. I'm not waiting for Detective Mogul to get back to me because I really believe I know what's going on. And I'm
yeah,
going to explain that to you guys in a moment. And if you're listening, E, you better stop lying for your friend because you know that your friend has completely gone off the rocker. And if you were a good friend, you would drive your friend straight to a mental facility and have her Baker acted if you want to help her. Okay?
she needs some help.
She
She
needs
needs
help.
help.
So stop covering and stop telling me that your friend is not a pathological liar and your friend is a great mother and your friend didn't lose her children. No, you need to drive your friend to the nearest medical center and have her Baker acted if you cared.
Yeah, she's manipulated, and unfortunately, Michelle has the ability to convince people
Yes. She
what she
like a
what's.
chameleon.
Yeah, she can convince you of what the story she's telling you is 100% true and correct. And she can carry on that charade, and she can make you believe whatever she tells you,
And I'm
unfortunately.
and I'm gonna say something from what I've heard from a family member on the boyfriend side, like, he really, really, really is in love with her. I mean,
Yeah,
he is head over heels. She can't do any wrong. I just honestly, me personally, I do not believe that anything happened. And I asked a hard question to the member. I said, do you think it could have been a fight and he could have lost his temper and something happened and I said, does he have a temper? And he's like, well, everyone has tempers and anyone can have a temper, but for me to even say that he could do something like that, absolutely not.
yeah. So
And
then,
another thing,
do you want to talk about the email?
no, I want to mention this first and then we're going to talk about the
Okay.
email. So we do know now for a fact that she did leave her
There's two other
ID.
IT. Yeah,
Hang
she left
on.
her ID.
She
So
okay,
okay.
I'm not gonna say it. I'm gonna be a good girl. Let me say it. She left her cell phone. She left
Yep.
her ID. She
Hmm.
left. Oh, and then we got to talk about the car because the car too.
Yes.
She left the
Yes.
car and she left the dog. We know
Correct.
that she left naked. Kaz, I'm not gonna mess it up. I know that she left naked with a COVID mask on and flip flops that were iridescent. But there are two other items, not including the ones that she did leave, that she took with her. We know this for a fact. I can't tell you guys what the items are, but there are two other items that left the house with her where whenever she left either in the middle of the night or she left first thing before he got up.
Correct.
So there are other items missing, and the items guys, sorry, you will hear about them soon when the police release it. But I am not going to jeopardize this investigation whatsoever.
Yeah.
Okay. After the last live, we got an email, and considering that we talked to now about 10 people that all say the same exact thing about her personality and what kind of person she is, and the fake child being sick and the Disney cruise and all of this. We got an email from a girl that kept defending her. And she's not a pathological liar. And how dare you show where she lives? And she's a great mother. And I said to Kaz, out of nowhere, I said, Kaz, I think that is Michelle writing you this email. And Kaz is like, no, I already did a background check and I'm telling you. I said, no, I'm not saying it's a fake profile, but I got a feeling that this is a friend or someone involved with either they know where she is or they're hiding her out. And you can't convince me otherwise. I am 1000 convinced. So I am going to give the address to the police after this live and say, this is where I think is going on. But it's an address in California. Wink, wink. So that's all. See, guys, Coach, right? I'm going to send a link up for Coach. You good with that, Kaz?
Yeah, fine.
Oh, no. Wait. Okay. So she left the car behind. What did
Yes.
we hear about the car?
Okay, the car is not actually Michelle's. It's actually Rob's car, not Michelle's car. That's the reason why she left it behind.
Cheers me. uh,
No,
hey,
Coach.
Jess. Hey, Jess. Jess, you need to drop the link to your channel, hun, so people can go over and sub to you. And Chisme's got a great TikTok channel. So I am convinced. Oh, okay. Let me tell you what convinced me about the email. Kaz,
Yes.
can you pull up the email? I know it's right there.
Yes. It
Okay,
is.
so let me explain to you guys something before we get this email up, and we're only going to read one sentence. And I'm telling you, after this was a day after I told Kaz, I truly believe Michelle wrote this email to you, or
Yeah.
she was sitting there when the email was written. So then this email comes in, and I read it that day. This part did not catch on to me at all. So another thing that we heard is that they come from New York. So when they were little, the girls were little. The mother took the girls from New York out to Arizona for a vacation, and
I
she
did.
never went back.
Correct.
She never went back. So we've got this girl sending email to me talking about, oh, she's not a pathological liar. You're so wrong about her. Why are you showing her address where she lives? What are you talking about? The news is showing her address. Blah, blah, blah. This, that. But she says one line in the letter. And when I found out that Michelle's father stayed in New York and it was the mother and the two girls here, and this one line, you read it, Kaz, and you guys tell me what you think. Is this Michelle saying this, or is this a friend? And then Kaz will explain like the title or situation, like, no,
Yeah.
no. I'm telling you, I feel it.
Because
Michelle wrote that.
I
Michelle
read
wrote
this
that email.
first. I
You
was
know what? You know what, Kaz? Block out the name and
I'm
read
going
the
to.
whole email. Yeah, read
I'm
the
going
whole
to.
email. Just read the email. Yeah, read
Okay.
it.
I don't want to bring it up on my screen, but I will read it. I will
Okay.
read it. I will read it.
Yeah. So
Okay.
so now, guys, remember, we've got emails, we got phone calls from over 12 people. Everyone never said a bad thing about she was a mean person. They never said she was evil. They never said they tried to hurt her, that she was a thief. Nothing. But they talk about that she's got as something going on for attention. We know she's a pathological liar. We know she has Munchausen and Munchausen by proxy. Obviously, if she's changing her names with each relationship, she's missing a few french fries in the Happy Meal. But listen to this, and this is the little ugly duckling email that comes. So, guys, pay attention to every word. And, Kaz, when you get to that one part,
Yeah, I'll
let's.
pause.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
Listen to this shit, guys.
All right. All right. This is from E. You repeatedly called Michelle a pathological liar. You put court/family law issues out for the public when none of that was released, as it's a very personal family matter. I know what was released, as I personally know Daniela as well. I'd love to know who these friends and co-workers you're referring to are, as the group of
Pause, pause.
pause.
Let me tell you what we're talking about. Two co-workers that work with her, and she works, and she is, and Michelle is a licensed therapist. And not only
Was.
that, but you know what? I'm just gonna. Can I just say what kind of job she has? I'm not gonna say the county, whatever. But Michelle teaches special needs children. You
Mhm.
cannot make this up. She teaches special needs children. She's a licensed therapist. She's got some hiking blog on the Arizona where she did for attention to collect the money for the sick kid. And and the word was she's too prissy to even go camping.
Mm.
Okay. Take
All
all
right.
this in, guys. Hey,
I'm
iconic.
actually, I'm actually going to share my screen now. It's easier then. Everybody can see it. I've actually copied it into Discord.
Okay, but make it bigger. Don't show her email. You don't have her email there, do you?
No, darling, I've only copied. It just says me.
Okay, perfect, perfect. Okay, you're a good girl. Okay, mwah, mwah, I love you.
I know it's a good girl.
I love you. Oh, nay, nay. This is Michelle. Will you just turn yourself in? Just come forward. I mean, you're not getting the attention I think you wanted to get, and you didn't think that Mara and Kaz were going to be on your butt like a diaper. Get it back over here, girl. Hey, E. I know you're listening. Just give it up, girl. Give it up. Oh, stop showing that stuff, Kaz.
Oh, now they can see what you do to me.
Yeah, I'm like, wake the fuck up, and you're showing it to everyone.
All right, I'll stop sharing because I can't make it any bigger than that.
You don't have to make it bigger. Just leave it up there. People can see what it is. You can
All
still
right,
share it to let them see it. Yeah, share it. You don't have to go bigger for them.
no, it's all
Just the tip, Kaz. Just the tip.
right. Just in case my finger actually slips on something I shouldn't be showing.
Look at
Uh,
me. Oh, this is my favorite email. Aaron, I think you're so cool. I really hope you reach out to us again tonight. I wish you would call me, Aaron.
yeah,
Where's
you should
Shredder?
see what she sends me at different times of the morning, night. Okay.
Where's Shredder?
All right.
Everyone knows her
Blah, blah,
real
blah.
name.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry, Shredder.
You're referring to as a group of friends that actually personally know her
You
are
have to
all
show the email. You have to show it again.
oh God blimey, Charlie, Fred and Mary.
People have to have a visual sometimes, Kaz. Like it's about the visualization.
Okay, sweetheart, here it is. Okay, where was
Can't
I?
believe she shaved her damn eyebrows off. I mean, can you imagine? So all my hair is falling out, and I'm God forbid anyone who really has cancer. God for this is nothing. This is nothing about that. I am not making fun of it. I think it's a horrible, horrible, horrible disease, and I would never. But can you imagine telling people that you are going through chemo and your hair is falling out, and you have to shave it every 2 days? Does
Mm,
somebody not think that that is not that something's a little off?
mm,
Rob.
yeah,
Rob believes that she has a brain tumor.
yeah.
Come to the light, please.
All right, now she says, which again isn't a true thing. She said
Hang
her
on one
nut.
sec.
What?
No, Lady Stardust. I'm sorry, but I'm late. Did you say she left naked? No. The description of her leaving is she left her ID, she left her the car, the dog, and her phone at home, and she might be in a black COVID mask and iridescent flip flops. They just don't know what kind of clothes she had on, so I just joke around and make a joke that she left in just a mask and flip flops. But now we found out that she took two other things with her, but unfortunately, because the police have not released it, I'm not going to say what they are to jeopardize anything, but she took two other items with her and not the items that were already said to be left behind.
Yeah, and we don't know what clothes were taken.
Yeah, we don't know what she was wearing. As far as we know, she's naked in a COVID mask and flip flops.
But we know that's not true.
How do you know? I'm
Oh,
only
come on.
kidding.
Yeah. All right. Here he says her neighbour, who hasn't been interviewed or questioned by anyone, including the cops, by the way, which we know isn't true because the police have got the doorbell camera video, is
Yes.
also someone who has been in our lives for over 20 years. Hmm. Well, that person hasn't lived in that apartment for over 20 years anyway. There's a reason Daniela and her mum aren't talking to you. You called her dad? Of
I
course
love
that,
I
of
love this
course that,
part.
of course, of course that piece of shit didn't know anything. He
Okay,
hasn't
okay,
been,
pause. Another thing I want you guys to pay attention to in this email is that everybody is completely bashed by this person. Everyone's a piece of shit. Everyone's a scumbag. Everyone's this. Everyone's that. But pay attention to this part where she's talking about the sister, the dad, a piece of shit father. Okay.
all right? Now this is,
Now, wait,
now
I
listen,
spoke to Mir on the phone, and I don't know what he was like back then, but he was a very pleasant man.
mm-hmm. All right, you ready? Of course that piece of shit didn't know anything. He hasn't been around since we were kids.
There it is. Pause. Okay. If this is now, this I caught on to this I think earlier today, Kaz.
Yes.
This really stuck out to me earlier today, and I had read this email before. But 2 days ago, when I said to Kaz, I feel like she's behind this email. She either wrote it or said what to write or something. This is Michelle. That part right there, to me, sealed the deal because her father was not around her at all, the friend, E, when she was a kid. Because the father, once again, was in New York. The mother took the kids to Arizona. She never went back. So, how on God's earth would this friend have been around at this time that she's just getting there from New York? Oh, what are they having a friendship? I mean, it's no. The we was the complete screw up as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
It's
All right.
you guys never hear me come out and say things like this and intuitions, and I feel like I'm a psychic, or but this with the spidey sense, just like I told you, Brian, Laundry was gonna go into those woods and kill himself and leave a notebook. I'm telling you, I can feel it as strong, as strong, as strong, as strong that she wrote this email. Okay, let me go duct tape my lips.
She said, who are you to even call him in the first place? And her boyfriend, who seems like a nice guy, yeah, in real life, he's terrifying. Well, we know that's not true. We live in Phoenix. It was 115 today, and we all know better than to be out camping. As far as her ex-husband, you know nothing. I was there when both boys were born. So there she's saying, this is Eve saying she was there when both boys were born. I know both ex-husbands, and they are both idiots. I'm thankful that the boys are safe, but you have no clue what you're putting out there. And for your information, Stephen Schultz, the family court doc she felt the need to share, which included her full name and date of birth, by the way, is her second husband. We know that. Michelle is sick.
Oh yeah,
She
she is.
she had a
She's
terribly traumatic upbringing. She was slash is a wonderful mother. Well, I dispute that.
okay. Yeah, I don't believe that. Maybe she thought mentally she had a horrible upbringing, but you know what? I would love for her sister Daniela to come and tell us about this horrible upbringing. Her The parents are wealthy. Her father lives in a place in the city that is like very expensive. Her mother is also very wealthy. There are rumors going around because her mother, I forget where her mom's from, she's Spanish. But some people also believe that her mother might have paid her way to go back to where her mother was from. That, I don't think so. I think we know where she is.
Mm.
Call us Michelle.
You have no right. Nothing you broadcasted was correct,
Ooh, you have no right.
helpful, or related to where she is. Well, it was for your entertainment. No, it wasn't
My
for our entertainment.
entertainment. We're trying to find your friend, and after everything we found out about your friend E, your friend needs to be saran wrapped and taken to the nearest medical facility. She's going to need an evaluation and she's going to need meds. If you care about her, you will take her there. And if this is you writing this letter, because I can't imagine a friend going, I mean, look at the detail of cutting down everything that we know is the truth.
Yeah,
If we could tell you guys who we spoke to, but I will never break the trust of them wanting to stay anonymous ever, and I never.
mm,
Like, you would definitely understand that we know for a fact that, and you can't, eight people that don't know each other are telling us the same thing, but this one person right here is completely losing her mind.
yeah, I know. But
Think about it.
the next part, bamboozles me because apparently there's three of us, Ma. You three should be ashamed for the gossip hour at another person's expense.
Yeah, she's talking about Coach Karen when Coach Karen was
Oh,
out. Coach
oh, okay.
Karen, Coach Karen, you better take your little butt to the corner. You are in timeout. You are a naughty, naughty girl.
Especially when she isn't around to defend herself. Anyway, she said she's forward with this.
Miss, oh, you know what? You know what? Wait, wait, wait. Rewind. Read that part again because I just caught on to this part too. Oh, Michelle. Michelle, so you can't tell me different. How many people in this room think that Michelle wrote this email or she was sitting there with her friend writing it? Does anyone in this room but me think that Michelle is behind this email? I guess I am. Maybe I need to be saran wrapped and take to the nearest medical facility.
Come on, guys, what do you reckon? Do you think Michelle Bernstein helped write this
Angel
email?
Dust XO comes out of the bushes. Hello. And she says she wrote it like I didn't like I'm to the point where she was either I also think that maybe she's camping near the area where a friend lives and she's able to like maybe go there when the husband's at work or something and charge up and maybe take a shower or
Either that or she watched a lot of Brian Laundrie's videos and saw that you can hide underneath a garden bed in the backyard and just slide. That's naughty, I'm sorry.
when I saw that picture with the garden bed, I thought, wow, are people reaching? Okay, go ahead, finish. This is wait, go back and read that part again, please.
Okay, you just want to giggle. You three should be ashamed of the gossip. Oh, hang on, I've lost my plot now.
Oh no, yeah, not that part. The one that comes after it, where it proves again that this is her when she's not even here to defend herself.
Oh yeah, I have forwarded this to a sister so she can, so she can do what she will with it. I suggest you pull that video down.
Oh no. But for 10K, Pamela Allen, I'll pull your videos down. I'm just
Oh,
kidding.
yeah. Yeah, so that was the email that was sent. So, hmm.
Let's send Coach a link. I'm curious to hear her thoughts. And also, I'm trying to think. Do you think that maybe Coach wants to take a ride to the address and maybe get some binoculars? God, I wish I was out there. Coach, come on up.
I'll be
Okay,
right
so
back.
okay, look it. I'm do a poll. Okay, let me do a poll with 30 people. Hang on one second. Let me find this video. All right. Manage mode. Toggle pop out chat. Where's the poll? Like, I'm so horrible at this stuff, guys. Oh, create poll. I found it.
Oh, Happy says they'll do it.
Can you grab Coach?
Yep, already up. Hey, Coach. Are you there, Coach?
Hey, Coach. All right. Did I put it out there? Oh, there it is. Okay.
Oh, she must have had trouble with the audio.
I tell you, I'm convinced. I think I put it out there. I see it. Put it down. We go on the tug now. So we do know that there is actually a detective working on the case, and I do not know why her sister will not get back to me. And I'm going to put this out there too, and hopefully maybe the sister can get back to me and clarify this might not be true. But I heard that the sister has got the same personality as Michelle. If
Mm.
it's true, I have no idea. Do I care? I don't know.
Yeah, and I mean, can I confirm nor deny this? No, because but we were also um, kind of told that the mum didn't really seem to care whether or not Michelle was missing or not, which is
Yeah.
kind of sad. I'm a mum and I'd be absolutely
But
lost
where
if
was
my
the
daughter
mother
came up.
from? The mother was from another country, and it wasn't Spain.
Hang on,
It
I
was
can
like an
tell you.
exotic country, and a few people believe that the mom and the father, which that makes no sense to me since they've been apart for a long time,
Yeah,
actually sent her to where her mother's from
yeah.
to
Well, I
hide
can't.
her out.
I
Hide her
don't think
out
her
from what?
dad would. I
But what are
don't
you
think
gonna
her
hide
dad.
her out from?
Oh, that's very
Your
good.
mo- your her own monsters? Like I don't get it. Why would you send your daughter away from what? Another person said that they believe she could have met another guy, changed the name to something else, and told her that she was so scared of her boyfriend now and that he had to get her out of the situation. So that might
Mm,
be a track record of hers. Hey Karen.
maybe.
Hey, can you hear me?
We sure can.
Okay, great. You aren't getting feedback tonight, I hope.
No, no, no.
Yay. Okay.
Are you guys having some severe
So
weather up in Arizona?
Yes, actually, we had some good monsoons down here in the valley, and up in Flagstaff area, they had some pretty severe flooding. So yeah, it's been pretty crazy.
Oh, wow. I hope everybody's okay.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
so Karen, what do you think about the email that we just read to you?
Well, apparently they've been listening and love being called out. That's awesome. That's like really
Oh,
awesome.
they're listening right now. Hello, Michelle
Lord,
Ellie
hi Elle. Come
Berbstein-Schultz.
on,
Please,
Elle, call me,
yeah,
girl, call me.
exactly. Email us, call us, just
Yeah, and you
go
know what?
home.
You can put my email out there too, Coach Karen. It's actually called "Oh Cut the Crap" at gmail.com. That is literally my email. You're welcome to put it out there. It is called ohcutthecrap.com.
I
Yes,
love
I'm a
that.
life coach.
But I'm
Yes.
curious, like when you read those parts about, you know, like the part that did it for me was when he hasn't been around since when we were kids. Well, you weren't with her at this time when they were kids.
Well,
You
Mark,
know,
look
it's
at
like
it. Do you notice how
that
she
was,
went from first person to third person, like
yes,
Yeah.
within, like,
yes,
she, that's why I called it, oh, let's do the AH thing, to where I was suddenly, it's like me, and then but yet I'm doing it to you. Yeah, let me do that. Let me switch it up a little bit.
exactly. And and it was weird because long before I didn't even read the email at that point. Kaz had read it to me, and I'm sure I was multitasking. And I said, after the last live, we started getting like some serious family members that were getting in touch with us that we knew because we were checking and making sure they were who they were, and they are who they are. Very nice people. And I said to Kaz, just listen to me, just hear me out. What
Mhm.
if Michelle wrote that email? And it just kind of went from there. But then when I was reading the email today to another friend, that one part, I just like this light bulb went off in my head, like the same light bulb in the Brian Laundry thing. And I'm not a psychic, I don't do that stuff, but I just said, Kaz, I'm telling you, I can feel it. She wrote this email and she's butthurt because we're not buying her story.
Right. And you know what? It's not just that. This is where it really pisses a lot of people off, is they don't understand what gut instinct is. It's like, you know what? I'm calling your bluff. Here it is. Come
Hey,
forward and face
Leslie.
me. Quit hiding behind the mask. Take it off. You know what? Because you're better off if you come forward and say, you know what? I'm really sorry for what I've done. Everybody loves a redemption story. So you know what, Al? Come forward with your redemption story.
Exactly. And I think she wrote, and here's what I honestly believe, and I'm going to say it. So if you're listening, Mr. Scampy, and he knows I'm calling him this because he actually watched the last live and spoke to someone that, I mean, like, like a friend called. They spoke for an hour and a half, and I'm telling you, I know that he's in love with her. And what I think is going on right now is I think all of her bullshit lies and stomach cancer, brain tumors, ovarian cancer, the Medicaid fraud that came out against her in 222. She just missed the court date regarding her children. I believe it was all coming to a head. But I do believe she loves him. But I think that the fact that she is afraid of losing him. So, what are we going to do? We're going to have to do something much bigger and badder so that maybe I can take the attention off of what's going on
Yeah,
with
but
how
if
fucking
it
nuts I am.
if it really comes down to, I we're not going to bash Robin anyway, because in a lot of ways he's a victim too. People get sucked into these things. Like I say, I worked as a paralegal in an office that dealt with the Munchausen by proxy. I have been a caretaker of children that have been victims of Munchausen by proxy.
I agree.
And the
FAA.
thing is, it's like you really, when you're dealing with the person that has that disease, they, in a lot of ways, like when you say about that personality, they want to believe it's so bad in themselves. They really fall into that I am the victim, and those around them get sucked in, and it's a risky game. It really, really is. And I don't mean to put it as saying as a game, as in oh, ha ha, because it's not funny at all. It's very dangerous.
No, it is sad because let me give you guys a timeline, and this will make sense to you guys. So when she had the first child, she did like tried to get, he was getting a little sick here and there, blah blah blah, but she didn't get a lot of attention off of it. When she had the second child, and she put the helmet on him and said he had the seizures, and that's when she started doing
Hmm.
the Arizona Trail camping blog, and she was turning into an avid camper, and that went really well. I'm talking about the Make a Wish, the Disney
Of course.
cruise, the GoFundMe's. But then when within the same time that she lost custody. She didn't give the children away because she was sick. We have court documents where each of the ex husbands, the father of the children, took these children back. And at that moment in time, before that, she was never sick. But in that moment in time, she got stomach, ovarian, brain cancer, and then she has a brain tumor now because her coworkers think that she has ovarian cancer. Her boyfriend thinks that she has a brain tumor. So we know why she could never bring Robin to where she works to introduce them because she has two different cancers.
Yeah.
Right. Well, that's why I say, actually, those that are more curious about learning about this type of stuff, is go in and look at the D.B. Blanchard case, because this is almost a mirror image of
Oh,
that.
I know about that case. Hello,
Mm.
Hideo. Okay, one sec. Just curious. But how were you able to get the court documents?
Oh, it's not hard. It's not hard at all.
No, it's not, because actually all that stuff is public record.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
You
just
just
have to
need to
know
know.
how to maneuver around the dark web. I'm only kidding.
No,
I'm
that's
never
not
going
true.
back. Oh, don't tell me. Iconic and I were in the dark web for a couple of weeks. Oh, yes, we were. We saw
Oh,
things
yeah.
in there that would scare the living shit out of you. Hey, Norma C. Scare
Yeah,
the shit out of you.
yeah, Hideo, you just need to know which county the charges were filed in, and you just go onto that county's court
You s-
page.
you search the court dockets for whatever county you want to look. So you go for the county, say like Maricopa County in Arizona, Broward County in Florida, or Oxford County in Maine, where I'm at, and you just look Oxford County court dockets, and then you take it from there. Because
Yeah,
I
and the
Nowadays,
thing is, people
look at what
don't.
Iconic said. Never again, girl. Oh,
Yeah,
we
don't.
were working on a case, coach, out in Missouri about cannibalism. Like it was
oh,
crazy, and
Oh yeah, yeah.
her and I ended up looking for these pictures that were put on the dark web, and oh, did we see some stuff? And people started like sending messages, and I'm like, "Girl, get out of there right now, and let's delete everything." We were like so scared.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty scary. I mean, unless you really want to have a PI license and dig into it, you get some really
Oh
disgusting
no,
stuff.
Hideo. Yeah, this
But
was not the dark web.
which
We went. No, they think that we were getting court records on the dark web. No, we were getting court. We weren't looking for court records. We were looking for pictures that these two cannibals supposedly posted of a woman in a cage on the dark web. If you really want to know the truth, but that's in the Cassidy Rainwater videos.
yeah, yeah. Well, and then of course when you start looking for stuff, and this is the thing, guys, when you're looking for cases on websites, on course websites, it will give you like, you'll have all these other advertisement things if you just do a Google search, and then it'll say search for anybody for this, and it's so
Yeah,
watch out for clickbait. If you really know how to do it, then you'll do it properly. That's
yeah.
all
You
I'm
just
gonna
gotta
say.
search court dockets,
Yeah, which
and
you
then
got to
what
do the
court?
right way.
Criminal, judicial, family, and then you got to pick the court, applicate whatever, and then go in there and put the last name in, and it will pull up whatever records they want. And if you're looking for a criminal in a state, you usually go to like Florida Department of Corrections, Iowa Department of Corrections, Colorado Department, and you go from there. It's not
Yeah,
hard.
maybe I'll on my other when I do my other website, or my other channel on PLCal, my paralegal one, because I haven't done any videos yet, is to show people
So,
how to properly do
coach,
that.
how do you feel like going on a road trip and going and seeing if she's hiding out where I think she is? I am telling the detective I'm calling the police tonight again, just to let them give them the address and let them know, hey, listen, I'm not waiting for Detective Mogul to get back to me because she may flee the country.
Well,
But
because
but I
what I'm
do
going to
believe
tell you,
she's in California.
I know, but what I'm going to tell you is what this detective's probably going to tell you is right now she's an adult. They have no reason to hold her for anything, any criminal charges.
Yeah, she's a danger to
She's
society.
Yeah, but how is that proven? I mean, there actually has to be that she's actually made a threat to another person or to herself.
She has that in her past.
in her past, but currently it has to be a current situation. I'm telling you, this deputy is gonna, or any law enforcement officer that you contact, and the detective is gonna say, okay, has she made a threat to you, to anybody else, or to herself that she's gonna harm herself right now?
No, but she's missing, and the police are looking for her, so they probably might want to go see if they can find her.
Okay, yeah, but this is the thing: if she's an adult, she has the right to be missing. That's exactly what they're going to tell you. I'm an ex-law enforcement officer, honey. That's exactly what they're going to tell you.
Okay,
And
well
right
then I
now,
guess we're going to
yeah,
have to find someone in the area to get some binoculars and go hang out in the bushes. Well, there's not
yeah,
too
but
many
what?
bushes
That's the
behind the
thing.
cactus.
This is what I'm going to say. We actually have women that are missing in far
Yes.
worse circumstances.
What about if
And
we go? What if we call and do a welfare check?
why?
Because if she is there, this girl needs serious help.
But she has to have. There has to be those certain circumstances. Do you understand what I'm saying? She has to be a direct threat to herself or to somebody else.
But what if we're concerned for mental health? If she
It doesn't matter.
allegedly, what if
The
yeah,
person
but
that
she
is with her has to state that.
I say,
You know, because everything right now is just, it's just a hearsay. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's like, just like saying, oh, she beat up her boyfriend last week, and and you're just calling in now. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
no, I understand that, Karen. But what I mean is, if her boyfriend is under the impression she has brain cancer or a brain tumor, either or either, and she's missing, so technically she would need medication to help her with what medically she is experiencing. So
all
if
they
she,
can all they can do is add that to the missing persons flyer, the missing
uh,
persons.
okay,
well,
Yeah, there's.
I'm still gonna call and try because I'm relentless. Hey, my elderly cats.
Well, I think we should focus on the other two women that actually, just did disappear in a more prominent area to where they were probably a part of human trafficking in that.
Yeah, but listen, she needs help. She needs to get herself together and get herself right. She's got kids that are affected by what she's done. She's got people think that she's missing with ovarian, stomach, brain cancer, and a brain tumor.
Mark, she has the right as an adult to do that. She, right now she's not a threat to anybody. So, I'm sorry. I know your heart is like really into this, and her family doesn't even really seem to want to be helping that much because that's where they're at. There's
Because
really
what if her friends are right? What if they put her on a plane like a couple of her friends think to where her mother is from? Because her mother is from a Latin country. I cannot
But
remember the
then
name
when
of the state
you're
they're
going
like.
on what ifs and really huge reaches.
Don't worry, Leslie. I love Coach Karen, but don't worry. I'm calling as soon as the live is over. Kaz will tell you.
Well, and the thing is I'm not here to argue with you guys. I'm just,
Oh
that
no, we get you.
it's the devil's advocate and just saying that, from being prior law enforcement and that it's most likely we're going to be told, and really unless you are an actual family member, they're probably going to tell you, well, we really can't release a whole lot of information anyway. So
I get what you're saying, but I'm just going to let them
yeah,
know my thoughts and where I think she is. And
sure,
if they want to go do something about it, they can do something about it.
yeah,
And
because
if
it's in
you
their
don't
hands.
want
So
me to call Michelle and tell them where you are, then just give me an email and you can give me a call tonight. Tell me you want to be left alone, and we'll leave you alone.
yeah, or even Rob, anybody can call and say, hey, this is the deal, and either leave it at this or you know ask law enforcement to push forward.
I've never spoken to the boyfriend, but I did speak to somebody yesterday. He was very close to him, and I just said, please have him call. But he's really to himself, and like I said, he definitely is in love with her, and he does believe that she has a brain tumor, and he is the one that made the phone call about where is she, and he's a little distraught. I get it, but he also needs to understand that she needs help. Maybe he should go on to the news station and make a plea and say, hey.
Yeah, you know, yeah.
So, but that's still what we have new on her, which is definitely some new information. And I thought the email was definitely interesting. And I hope that I get a new email tonight. We found out who called the police, which was cool. We know the camera was taken from the neighbor.
Yeah.
The cars belonged to the boyfriend. The dog, she kicked the kennel. Oh, I can't. That part right there just pisses me off. Can you imagine though the head shaving thing, Karen, and then you shave your head because you're losing your hair, and then 2 days later you got to go back and shave it again because it's growing in, and then
I
you're
can
shaving your
because I've seen people do it.
yeah, me
That's the
too, and then you
sad
shave
thing.
your eyebrows. I saw my
And
kid
it's
shave an
like, and I'm
eyebrow
sitting here
once.
going, why? You know what? And I'm going to be honest with you. I'm a pancreatic cancer survivor. I never put anything out and asked anybody for anything. I lost my husband last year to lung cancer.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh,
So when this crap comes up, when people do this, it's just sick. It's beyond sick.
Lady Stardust. Only true thing in the email was Michelle is sick. That email was very on brand for her. Huh. I felt it. I don't feel things. You guys watch my channel. You never hear me say, "Oh, I can feel this. I feel this." But when I do have that little spidey sense feeling, I'm usually on par with it. And my head spun like the Exorcist. I'm like, "Ah, she wrote you that email. I can
it's a scary
feel it."
visualization, you know. That's the one movie that scared the bejeebus out of me when I was a kid.
Okay. What else do we need to talk about? That was
The
not
mods.
Michelle. Does anyone want to ask anything about Michelle, or have we gotten it all out for tonight? And we pray that within the next couple of days that Michelle is home and that she gets the help that she needs.
Absolutely.
Um. Okay. The book club.
Yes.
Okay, well, I'm sorry, but if she's in California, she's having a good time on the new Pirates of the Caribbean ride. So good for her.
She might be on another. She might be on another Disney cruise.
Lucky for her. Although, no, not so lucky because the amount of COVID um, positive people that are coming off the COVID cruises around the Pacific and Australia at the moment, it's not so good.
Hey, Cass, all she needs is a
Oh
mask
wait,
and a flip
Karen. When
flops.
the live closes, when we end the stream, don't get off a panel. Stay on, and I gotta tell you something.
Okay.
Okay. So book club
Yes,
members, we do a book club. Now that we have Zoom, we were thinking about doing it on Zoom, so that we can all get on and talk and participate with the book. But no, not too many people gave us a book title that you guys want to go and get and read. The one book that we did was the one that Brian Laundry read, the first one. I
yeah,
loved that book.
yeah, it was good. But we need something a little bit more
Yes. So,
intriguing or lighter this time because that was a bit deep.
yeah, we need to come. So, I'm going to send out another Discord and community post if you guys want to put your book out so we can do a drawing and pick the book for book club because it is fun.
Yeah.
We listen to it on Audible and it's fun.
Oh,
Like
yeah, we did.
Chronicles, Hummingbird, Kaz, my elderly cats. Well, we started to do the one with the New York, the Long Island beach killings, but we never finished it because I ended up having to go through that crocodile doodle of shit.
Yeah.
But so so book club guys, if you're members and you want to come to the book club and pick out a book and let us draw one and read it, it actually is a good time.
Yeah.
And then the mods. If
Yes.
you're a mod and you're in Discord, please go check in at the moderator room. You guys are all in trouble.
Oh, stop saying that.
Yeah, Kaz doesn't stop complaining about you guys every day.
Oh, here we go. Blame it on poor Kaz who's all the way over in Australia and can't defend herself. Not.
Uh, oh, that's the one that we read. My lullaby.
Lullaby, yes.
Yeah, by Chuck Palahniuk. And what was his name? Streeter. God, I loved him.
Yeah,
Okay,
that was good.
but that's it, guys. So hopefully Michelle will be home soon.
Oh, fingers crossed. Fingers
Yeah,
crossed.
exactly. And if her boyfriend wants to call me, I really hope you do. And you know how to get my number. It's waiting for you. Just give me a call. I would love to talk to you.
He can also email me.
Yeah,
Yep. And maybe I can give you the location of where she is and you can just go pick her up.
exactly.
All right, guys. Thank you all for coming in. Keep your babies safe and stay vigilant. Karen, thank you for coming up. Kaz, love you. Thank you of always. Hey, Millie.
How, Millie, how have we
Wait,
potentially
wait,
damaged?
wait, 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 wait. Here we go. Go ahead, Kaz.
I'd like to know how we have potentially damaged an ongoing missing persons case when we haven't said anything that law enforcement hasn't already put out there. Pray tell. Enlighten me, please.
I'm going to wait for this one. I need a little excitement tonight.
Enlightenment. If you want to put out a statement like that, or we're literally making things up. And how can you
Oh,
clarify that statement, Millie? Because everything we've said tonight, we
is
can
this Michelle?
corroborate.
Ellie? Millie? Shelley? Hey, Michelle. What's going on, girl? Hey, guys, I think Michelle's in the house. Hey, you want to come up on panel? Millie, you want to come up?
We'll drop the link.
I told you she was coming in tonight, Kaz. I'll be right back. I got to use the little girls' room. I know you can handle this with Karen.
Oh, yeah. Millie, everything that we've said tonight, we can collaborate. So, how are we making things up? How do you know? How can you say we're making these things up? How? No,
Okay.
certainly. Oh, so we're doing this for views, darling. Okay, we have 29 currently
Okay, wait.
live.
How about Millie tell us one thing that we have made up so that we can show a document and redact it to prove otherwise? How about we start with that?
All
Well,
right,
Millie,
Millie.
if you were a bridesmaid, then we would love a photograph and show who you are.
Oh, she's got a icon there. Okay, Millie, if you were her bridesmaid,
Yeah,
to
that's a
which
great
wedding?
question, Karen.
To,
You can email us a picture MonkieMa True Crime at Gmail.
Well, no. She can actually come on live if she wants to share it.
yeah, yeah. I mean, you don't care, and it doesn't help find her. Well, you know her. Well, the people we've spoken to, Millie, also know her. And if you'd really listen to what we said, these people seem to have different versions of Michelle. The version of Michelle that you were the bridesmaid to, I don't know if it was to Mr.
Do
Bernstein or
not
Mr.
mention,
Schultz.
yeah, do not mention the husband's name.
I know, I'm not silly. To Mr. Bernstein or Mr. Schultz, I don't know which wedding you were the bridesmaid of, but she seems to portray a different personality and they fall in love with different women and they've collaborated this. So, oh, we've added it, are we? Okay, fine.
Well, how interesting, because we're getting spammed like really bad. So if these people want to come out from behind their names in there and actually come out and say what they need to say, let's do it.
Yeah, I'm fine. I mean, if
I
if you
mean,
can,
come up.
yeah,
Hey,
I'll
soldier.
drop the link right now. Here we go. I'm going to drop the link.
Yeah, I'm covering this. Actually, Millie, let me tell you something. I am probably the only person who is covering your story. And I care about this person, and she has hurt a lot of people, and she has children as well. and she needs to be. She needs to honestly get some medical help, and it's sad. And like I said, not one of these people say she's a bad person or have any ill will against her, but she has medical issues in her mind. So we want to find her so she can get the help she needs.
No, you're not going to come up, Millie?
I love look at Nay. I mean, there's no speculation in this. The information that we get comes from family members. I mean, we can't tell you. There's no speculation in what is going on. Absolutely zero.
Nobody's blocked anybody.
Okay, who blocked her?
Who blocked who?
Somebody blocked Millie.
Look at Ivan. She's a danger to society.
No, is Ivan saying
No, that
you
we
guys?
said. Yes, I get it.
Yeah, somebody blocked all of Millie's messages, deleted all of Millie's messages.
Can somebody unblock her? Oh, Millie said shut up. Oh, such a.
Yes, we do have proof, Hyder. If you're referring to us. Mark, can you unhide her, please?
Why can't I iconic unhide her?
No, mods can't do that. Only you can.
Where is she? Oh, I have to go into the section. Oh God, you guys are gonna make me work.
Right, so
She's there. I don't see her. I see her right now. I can put her in timeout. She said
well,
shut.
Hyder, we do not categorically will not record somebody on a phone conversation.
Oh yeah, I'm not recording
We
someone.
think that is wrong, and they've asked.
If Anonymous is here tonight and you're listening and you're watching, come. Yeah, if you guys don't want to believe what we heard from family members and the people that she worked with and the court documents that we have found, you don't have to. But I am starting to think now that Millie is Michelle. And I'm trying to
sorry.
figure out how to unblock her.
I'm sorry for mispronouncing it. Heidi-O.
I'm going to off screen for a second to see where she is. No blocked users on Google. One sec.
It's all right.
I saw the messages were deleted, so I don't know.
Yeah, I'm going there right now.
Okay. So it may not have been blocked, just maybe deleted.
She might have been put in timeout. I don't know. I didn't see it. Let me see. Because I don't want her blocked. So let me ask them. So what do you guys think happened to your friend? Where do you think your friend is? What do you think happened to her? Because we also know, see, another thing that we know are that there's more items that left with her, which also say a completely different story. I'm looking for. Oh, there's a lot of people.
Okay, Heidi-O, what I want to explain to these ladies is the reason why they're not putting out any recordings or anything is because this is still under investigation. So they don't have the obligation to put this out in public to anybody, any of us, okay? All they're putting out is what they've recently found out with what they can release, okay? Right now, whatever anybody else has to bring forward is what we're asking for.
She's not blocked.
Yeah, she's in timeout.
Yeah. I just looked. Yeah, she's in timeout. But everything that we heard, I mean, if you guys, if we're not, I'm not going to go against the people that I promised I would not release their identity. If you knew who it was, who we spoke to, we know. So we know, and we're trying to tell you what we know. Do we know that it's 1,021% facts of what's going on? Well, from what we found, and after the researching and talking to a lot of people, there's only one person who disagrees, and that person is here in chat tonight with a couple friends. And I'm guessing it's probably the E and the M.
There you go, Millie. She's back.
Millie, come on panel and tell us where you think your friend is. Do you think her boyfriend did something to her?
Hang on a minute, Millie. We didn't say she had a criminal history. Where are you
Never.
getting that from?
Never.
I'm sorry. We didn't say she had a criminal history at all.
She has one history against her, and we've already spoke about it, and it's a lien against her for a Medicaid claim. Millie, you have to know your facts before you say stuff like that. We never said she had a criminal record.
Yeah, a lien against somebody absolutely is not a criminal history.
Nope.
Absolutely not.
But it's a $15,000 lien from Medicaid.
And
that's
public, it's public record. And the thing is, it's just a way to try and find somebody, because sometimes people go back to what they know.
Coach Karen, can you please explain to Millie what your background was before you became a coach, please?
Yeah, actually, but way back in the 90s, I was in law enforcement, and then I was a law enforcement dispatcher. I've been a firefighter and EMT, and I did some private investigation work when I was in Wyoming, Nebraska, and Utah.
Sweet.
Okay. Millie, the reason we brought it up was the lien against her was we thought she may have run away because it came up in February this year, and we thought she may have got scared because it came up, and we wanted to let her know that it could be easily rectified, and that's why we spoke to her dad. It could have been easily rectified and cleared up very quickly, and she shouldn't be scared of it. No,
Millie,
Jess, don't block her,
Millie,
darling.
one sec,
Jess,
Kaz.
don't block
One
her.
sec, Kaz. Yeah, don't block Millie, please. Millie, please email us monkeymartruecrime@gmail after the show. Drop a phone number. We do, like I said, you guys, why don't you record phone calls? Why don't I record phone calls? Because the first thing I say to anybody that I speak to is, I will not release anything that you do not want me to release, and I will never, ever release your name if you don't want me to. I've always been like that. I stick to my word, and I just don't have the energy to record phone calls. It's ridiculous. Either you can take what I'm saying and think that we're making all of this up to help find your friend, if it's which I think you are, Michelle, or I told you, Kaz. What did I tell you? I'll tell you, Kaz. Millie, please email us.
All right.
I know she loves Rob. I know that he is madly in love with her. And I think that she's afraid that he's going to find out that maybe she is not as sick as she portrays. And she is going to make a little bit bigger of an attention scene because she likes attention. And I feel that it's gotten out of hands now.
Well, I've got to chop off because it's Sunday afternoon for me, and I've got to go and spend some time with my hubby. So,
all right, 10 more minutes, Kaz, and we're going.
Oh, let her go give hubby hugs.
All right, let me see what's going on real quick.
And I wish they wouldn't have deleted so much from her.
Ivan says, how does what we're saying help find her? Because people need to understand what kind of person she is, and she might be missing because she wants to be missing.
Well, and I said that too. I never said it. We said that she might wants to be missing, and that's not a whole part of this. We just want truth to come out somewhere, so that everybody's not looking and causing this fiasco of stuff. I
I
think that's
mean,
kind of the point.
exactly. If she wants to be missing, then call the Phoenix Police Department and say, "Hey, I'm okay. I don't want to be found right now, and just stop talking about me."
Exactly. Just be done with it. Then we're not having to go through all this. Because there's people that out there that genuinely care, like we do, and we don't want to drag it on. If she could just call up and say, and then Phoenix PD can say, you know what, y'all, we found her, she's good, and it's done,
Exactly.
and we can take care of more pertinent things.
Yep. Yep. And we update that she's found, she's good, she's alive, and we stop talking about Michelle and wish her the best. All right, Miss Karen, stay on. But Millie, the email is in every description. If you want to email me, or if any of your friends here want to email, please email me.
Or you can even anonymously email me at ocutthecrap@gmail.com.
Yep.
Literally, that's what it is.
And Miss Coach Karen here is in that vicinity. So, all right. Well, everyone, bye, Millie. Please email me. Guys, thank you for coming in. Keep your babies safe and stay vigilant. And
Bye.
hopefully, Ellie will come home in a couple of days and let people stop worrying about her. Because a lot of people are worried about her.
Absolutely.
All right. Bye, guys.
Have a great weekend. Bye.
Bye.